AITA for telling my best friend his relationship/girlfriend is toxic and they need to break up? Posted by you/throw_RA_835. So for context, I, 28F, have known my friend, 26M, let's call him Alex, for about a year now. We spend a lot of time together, and he considers me his best friend. I did too, but now I'm conflicted, and it's mostly because of his girlfriend, 25F. They have been together for a few years now, and over the time I've known them, I see more and more of their relationship's flaws. Almost off the bat, his girlfriend didn't like me, stating that she thinks he's cheating on her with me. I'm happily married, so no, I'm not interested in Alex. And Alex has said that he's not interested in me, but his girlfriend wouldn't drop it. Eventually, those accusations died down, and things were okay for a few months. But then I noticed the way they treated each other. They fought all the time. I couldn't be around them without them making backhanded comments to each other and talking to each other with a lot of attitude. Even full-on fights where I couldn't even tell who was right and wrong because they were so bad at communicating to each other. Every time it would just be me and Alex hanging out, he would just complain about her, and eventually, I got tired of it. I told Alex exactly how I felt, that they are a toxic couple, that they need to communicate, or else there isn't a point to the relationship anymore. I do think he was listening to me, because I could see his behavior change but not hers. One day, their fights got so bad, she said she had called the cops on the both of us, accusing us of doing illegal activities. We were obviously freaking out to the point that Alex started to cry, desperately trying to talk to the girlfriend. Eventually, we got the girlfriend to answer, to then have her admit she didn't actually call the cops but said she did to get her boyfriend's attention. And when being confronted on how that wasn't okay, I was called to BTCH and then blocked on everything. Alex is on my side and eventually got his girlfriend to apologize. I accepted it because I didn't want to cause more drama. Here's where I was called a jerk. Not even a week goes by, and they have another argument in front of me, and I put my foot down, saying that I can't handle their behavior anymore, to not invite me to things if they were going to fight, and to fix their issues or break up, because I couldn't handle dealing with it. The girlfriend got extremely mad and basically told me to F off, saying she never wanted to apologize. I know it's not my monkeys, not my circus, but if the monkeys come running to me and make me their ringmaster, they can't get upset if I run the show. Weeks go by, and me and Alex had a talk where I say that I can't be a part of their business anymore. To which he, to be honest, hasn't really respected. I still see his girlfriend occasionally, and she just pretends like nothing happened. By the way, she still has me blocked. Am I really the jerk here? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. You're the jerk to yourself. Do not hang with her, and keep reminding Alex that your time with him is girlfriend-free, including talking about her. You are obviously not wrong, but people stuck in a volatile codependency can only help themselves when ready. Try to get your friend into therapy, so maybe he can become wise enough and strong enough to get out. Ops response. I have suggested therapy to him, and he said he used to go, but his mom convinced him he didn't need it. And his girlfriend once told me they used to go to couples counseling, and he never let her talk. So, yikes. Op clarifying on her friendship with Alex as her best friend when she's married and he's dating. Okay, I understand your first comment better now. Here is some more context. Alex has told me that since they've been together, his girlfriend has basically convinced him all his friends are toxic and he should cut them off. I overheard him basically begging her to not ask him to cut me off. Also, he's been with both men and women, so have I, and I use the term best friend because unprompted he asked me one day, "You're my best friend, right?" I think he's so desperate for any form of attention because he's isolated himself for her. I used it because he used it. Maybe it is a bit immature. I mean, he is pretty immature, not a big deal, but for example, he makes fun of me for using more articulate language instead of slang, so I don't know. Oh yeah, also he has cheated on her in the past. Update 2 weeks later. He ghosted me for 2 weeks. I kept asking to talk out what happened, but he just wouldn't respond. Then I got a message saying we should talk. I agreed, and Alex decided that we would go for a drive. I had no complaints, so we did. He started by saying that he's completely on my side and that he doesn't think what she did and said was okay, but she's just like that. I said that if we were to remain friends, then I don't want to hear about his girlfriend anymore, and I don't want to see her anymore. If she can't be a decent human being, then I don't want to be around her. He agreed, we had some fun, then I went home. Also, for context, they both work but only have one car, so Alex drives her to and from work. When we hang out, we made a rule that if we had to pick her up, he would drop me off at home first so that we didn't have to see each other. Not even a week later, we were hanging out of town. She was getting off work soon, and he said that we were going to go pick her up. I asked him to take me home first, and he said no. Stunned, I reiterated, "Take me home," to which he again said no, that it would be out of the way, and he didn't want his girlfriend to get mad at him. Also, for context, I'd been there multiple times to pick her up before, and if he was late, she would rip him a new one. But also vice versa, he would yell at her if she was late coming out of work, which she usually was by 30 minutes to hours. I said exactly that she would probably be late so he could drop me off. He said no, and that I was being disrespectful to the driver and that the driver decides where the car goes, and I shouldn't complain. At that point, I was genuinely scared. I told him if he didn't take me home now, I wouldn't talk to him again. To which he said I was overreacting and you're really going to blow this friendship up because of something this stupid? We continued to argue until I just sat in the passenger seat, silent. Then he had the audacity to run an errand before picking her up. I called him out on it, saying, "You have time to run an errand but don't have time to take me home?" And he straight up said yeah. I bit my tongue, and we got to the girlfriend's work. 20 minutes go by, and I asked again for him to take me home. He still says no. 40 minutes go by, and I said, "I guess you could have taken me home," and he said, "You don't have to be petty." An hour goes by, and she finally comes out of work. I'm waiting for him to yell at her and nothing. He's quiet. And when he does talk, he's trying to get his girlfriend to have small talk with me. I'm quiet on the way home. I get out of the car and slam the door, cutting him off from saying bye in a sing-song friendly voice. I'm so done with him. /relevant comments. Commenter. I'm so done with him. I hope so. I hope you blocked him before you wrote this. There is no apology big enough to cover what he did. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't get out of the car and find your own way home before blocking him and moving on with your life. So how did your spouse react? If anyone treated my dearly beloved the way Alex did you in this story, I would have a strong opinion about it. Op's response. It was nighttime when this happened, so I didn't feel safe walking home. Not to mention the walk would have been 2 hours. And regarding my partner, I was talking with him the whole time. He wasn't available to pick me up, but he was there for me. But also, we trusted him, so I don't think we realized the situation when it was happening. Op to a similar commenter. My husband wasn't available to pick me up, and I didn't want to call and wake anyone else up. It was late at night. And I've never used an Uber, nor do I trust it. A stranger driving me home in the middle of the night doesn't sit right with me. Commenter 3. At this point, it's your own fault for still talking to him. I'm so done with him, let's see how much it lasts. Op's response. I sent him a message saying I can't handle this friendship anymore, and I'm not changing my mind, and then I blocked him everywhere else. I'll update if he responds. Commenter 4. How long have you had a crush on him, and have been hoping to ruin any relationship he has? Because that's all this screams. Op adds an edit to his post. I wanted to add some extra info. I met Alex through a mutual friend. Alex is no longer friends with them. I met my husband shortly after. We are newlyweds, but that doesn't make him any less my husband. I do not have a crush on Alex, for the love of God, can people stop assuming that? Alex and his girlfriend, and me and my husband, are in the queer community, so none of us give a crap about gender in friendship. And I may be in the wrong for doing this, but I changed the gender of the people in this story to be straight because I didn't want to hear homophobic comments, and just generally thought it would be safer. But people are assuming things based on that. Incredible how insecure some of you are. I am a gay man married to my husband. Alex is a lesbian with a girlfriend, been with men but cheated on girlfriend with a woman. So for the last time, there are no feelings between me and Alex. And also, for people thinking I'd randomly tell my friend and their girlfriend off, if I see nasty behavior I'm gonna look out for myself, but also Alex asked me what he should do. Specifically asked me for advice, so I don't know what he said to his girlfriend, but I did what Alex wanted. Me and Alex would hang out at night 99% of the time because the girlfriend worked at night. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever asked Alex to hang out. Almost every other day I'd get a text from Alex asking if I was available to hang out, and we often drove out of town. Another reason I changed the gender is because I thought y'all would take the situation seriously if Alex was a girl, and I was right, because you're not taking me seriously because you think I am. For those of you asking where is your husband? First off, I don't need to do everything with my husband, and second, it was night. He was sleeping. He had work in the morning. Literally someone said I should spend less time with a male friend and focus more on my husband. Like, I'm sorry, my husband has nothing to do with this story. I really only brought him up so people didn't assume I had feelings for Alex, but apparently my word that I love my husband isn't good enough. I'm not going to reply to any more comments. Second update 1 week later. Editor's note: Op added screenshots of text messages from his last interaction with Alex, and this is the transcription. Op: I've been wanting to break off friendship for a while now. I've been dealing with your BS, and I can't take it anymore. You complain about your girlfriend to me, and when I give you advice, you don't take it. Your behavior is disgustingly disrespectful, and I've had my last straw. I've been there for you for months, and I've never felt like I could actually confide in you. You've crossed my boundaries for the last time. You've made fun of me, and you don't actually care about my feelings. Or you do, and you can't be emotionally mature and show that you care. And you literally held me hostage in your car and wouldn't take me home when I asked. That is not okay. And you were so petty that you couldn't just take me home and made me wait an hour. Not to mention, you apparently had time to go to the bank before picking them up but not take me home? I don't know what your deal is with not taking people home, 'cause you did the same with friend. In the end, you've pushed me away. And your girlfriend hasn't helped much. They've shown exactly how they feel about me, and how you've handled the situation makes me sick. I've given you both so many chances to be the bigger person, and you both act like children. So I hope you're happy with the life you've chosen to live. I'd hope that when you've grown and realized I'm right, that you'll reach out, but I doubt you will. So I hope you educate yourself. And I know, GF, is probably reading this first because you two don't have boundaries. And I'm not gonna let you try and fix this again by ignoring my feelings and trying to bribe me or some crap. Neither of you are good people, and I don't want to surround myself with people who make me feel this bad. I know you'll miss me, 'cause you obviously had more fun with me than you ever did with them. So I'm gonna have fun being married, place we moved to, the love of my life while you're stuck with a girlfriend, GF's issues. Alex, first of all, thank you for effing waking me up. I actually have a job. Second of all, I don't complain about my girlfriend, I complain about their family, which is completely different. And yeah, good luck with personal info, getting married when you're unemployed and could definitely not hold down a job, because all you ever effing do is complain about the stupidest crap. You're just like, friend. Also, cry too, husband, 'cause you're not going far in life. Also, once he finally breaks up with you, you're legit not gonna have nobody, which would be soon. Don't worry, because all you do is complain, which is insane because you always think you're right. Hi, Op, dumb boyfriend, by the way, 'cause you're gonna be screenshotting it and sending it to him being like, oh my god, look what Alex said about you. Also, what the F is wrong with you guys getting married right now with cheap rings, personal info, and you know it's not gonna last, unless he's gonna be held hostage, Alex's personal info, lmao. Whatever, and you know I'm right, 'cause you're being upset over me actually not agreeing with you for once. SMH.